So, over the years, we've talked about investing from time to time, and I've generally recommended investing in diversified exchange traded funds and getting into the habit of weekly investing and weekly saving and trying to pick something that's not super exciting but will make you money over the long term. And there's a lot of schools of thought when it comes to investing. A lot of people in these spheres like to buy gold and silver because they view that as a good hedge against inflation. And precious metals have never not been worth anything, regardless of what's going on in society. Still, other people say guns and ammunition is a good way to keep your money. And a lot of people, mainly because they get kickbacks from it, will suggest buying rations or some sort of survival gear. But I think the reality is you kind of have to do something at the moment. We have hyperinflation that's getting started. You have the oil shortage because of Russia, and you have everything's just going to get more expensive. So I just don't know anymore if these traditional investment routes are really viable. And I've been thinking about this, and I've been crunching the numbers, and I think I've come up with a way to make a killing in the current market if we're looking at current trends and where things are going to be in the next couple of years. So I would say the ultimate hedge against inflation and the way to take advantage of the entire situation with Russia is to buy Funko Pops and buy a lot of Funko Pops. Now, a lot of people have tried to do this in the past on the grounds that they're trying to make a collection. Maybe they're trying to get all the Teen Titans together, or they're trying to get all the starter Pokemon together, or something like that. And to a certain extent, there is a logic to that. In coin collecting, you have something called junk silver, where you have coinage from back when there used to be silver in it, and you keep it as silver bullion, but the coin might also have a numismatic value to it because of when it was made and if it's in good condition or not. So you can have the junk Funko Pop, or the Junko Pop, which has some numismatic value in terms of its collectability, but also has its intrinsic value. So, before we get into this, just to let you guys know, I've cashed out my RRSP, I've cashed out my TFSA. I'm just going to spend all of it on Funko Pops. I'm going to get as many Funko Pops as I possibly can. That's going to be my retirement fund. That's going to be how I'm going to make money for the next couple of years. So how does this work exactly? So Funko Pops are made out of vinyl. And vinyl, like other synthetic plastics, is made out of oil. However, unlike other plastics like Bakelite, the vinyl is a much more energy-dense petrochemical product. The amount of energy, carbon energy that's contained within a single Funko Pop, equivalent to about 3 times as much normal plastic, about a normal jar of kerosene or a liter of gasoline. And I think when you look at the Funko Pop, you have to think of it that way. That this is the most energy dense substance you can make out of petrochemical products. And beyond that, if you've ever held vinyl, it's very soft and flexible compared to other plastics. That's because it's closer to being a liquid petrochemical that you can use than a lot of other types of plastic. So the chemical process of reversing it back to its earlier form, which is a high performance, highly energy dense form of gasoline, is actually easy to do. And it's the only form of plastic that you can get a positive net return from. In a lot of cases, it takes more energy to convert the plastic back into diesel or gasoline than you get out of it, but that's not the case with vinyl. So what do we do with this information? Well, the good thing about Funko Pops, like all types of plastic, if you ever went to a nature conservation center when you were younger, they always have this is how long wood takes to decompose. This is how long this takes to decompose. This is how long glass takes to decompose. And then there's always plastic, which will take like 10,000 years to decompose. So your Funko Pops, even if you take them out of your boxes and you bury them in the backyard next to your gold and silver, although I suppose you take the gold and silver out and use that to buy more Funko Pops, they're going to stay there for thousands of years. Your children and your children's children will be able to take part in the glory that is the Funko Pop. So how does this whole thing work? Now, if you go to a GameStop or an EB Games or whatever it is, oftentimes they will have a junk pile where they'll basically just be giving Funko Pops away. You can get one for about $2 maybe. And within that $2 Funko Pop, there's about $6 or so of usable gasoline at current prices. And if you buy now, that's only going to go up over time. In fact, if you were to take enough Funko Pops to fill a barrel, like an oil barrel, so long as the price of oil is over $180 per barrel, you would make a profit off of it. So what my goal is I want to buy maybe $50,000 worth of Funko Pops. And if the price of oil hits $200, then that'll come out to like 70 grand or something. And then I can buy more Funko Pops with the additional money. And it's just kind of a feedback loop. Because you buy the Funko Pops, then you convert them into gasoline and you sell it at the inflated prices. And then you use that to buy more Funko Pops. And it's genius. You just keep doing it, and you can keep multiplying your money by investing more and more in Funko Pops. And eventually there is going to be an issue with the market where there aren't any more Junko Pops to get, and you're going to have to start getting them like the more expensive ones. Like instead of the like gold Squirtle, you might have to start getting like a Superman one or something that from a series that someone actually recognizes or cares about. But hopefully by that point in time, the price of oil will be up to about $300 a barrel. So you could even spend like $10, $20 on a Funko Pop and still come out ahead. Now, the other benefit to these is you can use these as currency. Funko Pops will be the currency of the future because a single Funko Pop converted into gasoline can heat a home for a full day. It can drive a car for about 10 kilometers. These things are going to be worth their weight in gold. In fact, if the price of oil ever exceeds that of gold, you're going to be happy that you put your money in Funko Pops instead of some stupid gold or silver coins, because this is something that is practical. And that's not even to get me started on the paper aspect of them, because they come in cardboard boxes, and paper is going to be in trouble. Did you know that 80% of the world's paper comes from Russia? And now that we're facing the sanctions against Russia, the price of paper is set to increase by about 7 or 8 times over the next couple of years. So when you buy the Funko Pop, you not only get the gasoline, you also get the paper from it, which can also be reused in the future. In the future, government and business transactions will be written on the cardboard containers that the Funko Pop comes in. It will be the single most widely available source of paper. Even so, though, you'll be able to get back many times what you wound up paying for it. So, as I'm saying, guys, just don't listen to what other people are saying on YouTube, like diversified exchange-traded funds, gold and silver, guns, survival gear. Don't do that. Get Funko Pops. Get as many Funko Pops as you can. If you need to rent a second apartment to put the Funko Pops in, you just do that. It's the way. It's a lifestyle. It's something you gotta embrace. Once you learn the way of the Funko Pop will learn the way of you.